So I've been talking to the young men lately, and I'm gonna do that a lot more going into 2025 because and the main thing that made me want to talk to young men more nowadays is because I'm looking at all of these fake gurus and these dating coaches on YouTube that are getting millions of views, but saying things that I think are hurting these young dudes out here, and they doing it, of course, for financial gain. Because they don't really care. They don't give no craps. They just want their pockets to be fat. And most of the time, they not even taking their own advice. They never live that way. They went and read books and learned how to get on YouTube, go viral, and become very rich. So they monetizing and becoming rich off of a lot of these young guys out here, right? So it made me get to a place where I'm like, well, most of the time, I don't give viral advice, but I give realistic advice. Because I'm not just going to say something that, for one, I've not done, that's also not typical for men when it come down to the way you move when you're really dealing with those situations in life. See, people like to talk about, and people like to give advice. Let me take a step back. People like to give the type of advice that they wish they did use and they wish they did utilize when they were out there living, when they were younger and things like that. That's the type of advice people typically like to give. Most of the time, advice don't come from their own experience. It come from, dang, I failed. So I'm going to tell people how not to fail. So here goes some advice. That's the type of advice people are giving most of the time. I like to give the type of advice to where this is actually what I've been through. And this is what I saw men in real time going through. So here go advice if you're dealing with this. That's the type of advice I like to give. So hopefully in 2025, talking to young men on this channel, with me talking to young men on this channel, hopefully young men will listen. And I could give the type of advice that you could use in your everyday life, because this is what you're going through and experiencing. This isn't just, hey, I'm a fake guru, and I know you're far from reaching that goal, but this is what you should do. I mean, they're out there telling dudes to, let's be real, man. Look, I'm going to keep it real. I say date who you are, because if you're unattractive, typically you're not going to get a very, very attractive woman. I'm not saying it don't happen, but it's not typical. So you may see a lot of younger men who are not attractive and don't have no money wanting those girls, but not getting them. So they looking at these gurus. And these gurus are saying, hey, if you go work out, you know what I'm saying? You get in the gym, and you do this and do that. You go, you go and be arrogant to girls and shut them down. They'll come back. Go and do it, and you telling dudes who they would never, ever be able to get that girl in their life. So you saying they go do this, they're going to now all of a sudden get that girl. It's all fraud advice. I got to give all these terrible advice. I'm sorry to be the bad guy, but you're never going to get that girl unless you somehow become rich, like Travis Hunter or something like that. You're not going to get that girl. So take a step back. Take a step back and listen to someone who's going to be realistic. And that's what I'm going to be here to do. So hopefully young men will listen more, because I'm going to give real advice that can help you when it comes down to growing as a young man out here and one day becoming a real man, so you could be a man that could provide, take care of your household, be a great father, be a great husband, and everything like that, right? So I want to go to a verse, because a lot of people don't explain to young men that they should take a step back from focusing on a relationship, because you're not right your own self yet. And with that being said, I want to show you guys a verse, 1 Timothy 5:8. But if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Again, But if anyone does not provide for his relatives, young men, and especially for members of his household, young men, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. See, a lot of times when these fake gurus are out here speaking, they don't explain that as young men, you shouldn't be worried about girls right now. You should be out there focusing on building a foundation, because if you do not provide for your relatives, your household, and the people, your kids, and the people that are around you, you're basically nothing. You're worse than an unbeliever. You need to stop. Stop trying to marry that girl and you not even taking care of your own self. You still living at home with moms. So I wanted to show that verse to really explain to the young men out there, y'all chasing girls and focus so much on girls to where y'all lost the ability to understand what it is to chase after your own dreams and goals. Playing that game, trying to go after that woman and that woman when you young and you not even ready for that type of world yet is very dangerous, man. It's very dangerous because you got to understand something. You and that girl playing a different game at 18 years old. That girl, especially if she pretty, could go out there and get whoever she want, any age. She don't got to worry about providing. She don't got to worry about going out there and building a foundation. She don't got to worry about none of that. And I'm just being real. Am I saying that's right? I'm not saying nothing. All I'm saying is this. She don't have to worry about none of that. You do. So you're not playing the same game with that girl that you're trying to get with. So you need to take a step back and become a man first. Build a foundation, become a provider, then start playing that game. That's why I said life is chess. So stop playing checkers. Young men, again, life is chess. Stop playing checkers. Slow your roll, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25-year-olds. Slow your roll. It's not time yet. Build that solid foundation. Because guess what? After you build it, and now your mental is different and right, and you understand scripture and what it is to be a man, you got the rest of your life to go out there and make the right choices and make the right decisions. You got the rest of your life. You a man. You can have a baby at 50 years old. It's just facts. I got uncles who didn't have kids at 50. It's facts. So as a young man, slow your roll. You moving too fast, bro. You moving too fast, and you don't have to. Just like it said in 1 Timothy 5:8. Anyone who does not provide for his relatives and especially for members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. So become a man first. Be who you need to be first. Stop chasing that girl. You're not her. She's not you. You're a man. And become a man first. A real man. Because that take time and that take work and it take patience. So I'm not finna put that message out there that these gurus put out there. Hey, do this and that and then you can go out there and get all the girls you want. No. I'm going to tell you all, y'all not ready. It's not time yet. Your time have not came. You're 18, you're not going to marry the girl you really want. And if you do, most of the time, I'm not going to say all, but most of the time it's not going to work. It's not going to last. You're going to be in a divorce at a young age. It's not going to work. Leave it all alone. Take a step back. Leave it all alone. Focus on provision. Focus on getting right up here. Focus on that foundation. And make sure you can tell yourself, I know right now I'm in a place where I could be a great father and a great husband. And then you could go out there and focus on the woman. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. One more thing, and I said this, but I'm going to say it again. Men, all the men out there, play chess. We're not playing the same game as these girls. Play chess the way a man should play chess. Don't play checkers. You'll lose every time. Play chess and be the man who you need to be.